Welcome back to Daily Persuasion. I am Joshua Lisec, your host. And your host is someone who likes to read all of the comments, see what you all are saying, and then show up with content that is more of what you want and less of what you don't want. And there was a comment from our man Oscar, who said that an episode that is specifically about no-nos in persuasion, what not to say, what not to write, would be helpful. So think of this as sort of a user-generated content-based episode. There's three types of speech and text that, if you use them, will make you anti-persuasive. So much of the art of persuasion and the science of persuasion is removing anti-persuasive content from your speech. And the first piece of anti-persuasion content to remove is telling what people should not do, what not to do. This is prohibited. Stop doing that. I don't like it when you do that. I don't want that. What does that do? That is the talk therapy of persuasion. And what you focus on magnifies. Talk therapy is based on all the things you don't like, you don't want, and you wish would go away. So what are you going to be focused on? What are you going to be thinking about? What are you going to be emoting on? Well, in the context of persuasion, if you're focused on what you don't want people to do, what something is not, well, the thing I want you to do, see, it's like, it's not this, it's this other thing. Interestingly enough, one of the tells of ChatGPT based content, AI written content, is going off about what something is not. What I'm not saying is this, but what I am saying is this. It starts with the not. It's a tell of AI written content because it's what you say when you're not sure what to say instead. So you just talk about what something is not. So that's the first thing that I want you to avoid, is focusing on what something is not, telling people what not to do, going off about what you don't want. That doesn't get you what you want. That doesn't get what you want from your spouse, from your kids, from customers, from business partners. Focus on what you want and building towards that, and you will find much greater reception. Because telling people what you don't want them to do, that they have been doing, makes them feel what? Defensive. And you cannot persuade someone who's stuck in a state of defensiveness. That's the first thing not to do. The second thing not to do is to use the self-help technique. The self-help technique is where you tell people what to do and why to do it, but never how. So annoying. So I want you to write an international best-selling book. The reason why I do it is that it will boost your credibility, make you the go-to authority in your niche. End of advice. Did that help you at all? No. Instead, do step by step with no step skipped. If you tell your child to pick up the floor, okay, we'll pick up what off the floor and then do what with it? Okay, so what are they supposed to do? Pick up what? Put it where? The more specific and concrete, tangible, tactile, step by step with no step skipped. Can you please bring the vacuum from the wall over there in here? Thank you. All right, now that that's in here, can you go ahead and turn it on? And you see that little pile of those crumbs that fell on the floor? Can you vacuum all of those up in that little circle and do it like you're painting? So pretend that you're painting the floor. Yay! See how easy that was? Made a mess, clean it up. We don't make messes in here. That's how every parent anti-persuades their children to clean up the mess. Do you see the difference there? But that's how we talk to business partners and customers, clients even. And that emotion that you felt, that escalatory emotion, is the third anti-persuasion technique I want you to remove, where you unnecessarily emotionally escalate with negative energy. I told you not to do that. Well, maybe they just forgot or didn't listen. So instead you could say, so I noticed that there's a mess on the floor in there. Did you see that? So you can start at neutral. We need more emotionally neutral speech and writing. We need more of this because you don't necessarily know where the other person is. And if you start with emotional attack, or what feels like an emotional attack, it's anti-persuasion. Even if it's in written, to whom it may concern, you better shut the okay, whoa. You better pay up. This sort of, whoa, okay. Well, that came out of nowhere. Emotionally neutral. These three tips, Oscar and everyone else is paying attention, will make you orders of magnitude more persuasive, starting now.